crime lovelies. How are you? I've got the curtains open. I just realized that there's a big shadow on my face. It's okay. You're not here for my face. How are you? So, meeting is over. I only know that because the minutes posted. I got in for a second, but it was on a different case. And so then I was just in the waiting room. And by the time I realized the minutes had posted, I was like, well, I guess I missed it. But let's get into the intro. I've got the minutes. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't want to be like that. Let me see. I'm gonna be quick because we've got the Donna Adelson drive right after this. Let me just fix myself here. This little guy. Edit. Make me smaller. Oh, let's put me way up here. Okay. How's that? Better? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Hopefully you guys saw the second or third motion that she filed. I posted that earlier. I know people are like, that doesn't seem like humbling. For Sarah, I think that's humbling. I mean, she admitted that she was where she was due to her own doing. That's the first time I've seen in all of my extensive research of this woman, of her actually taking responsibility for what she's done. Okay, court minutes. Court opened 9:32, room 16G on the 16th floor. The Honorable LaShonda K. Jackson presiding. Brian C. Boone versus Sarah V. Boone. Hang on one second. I want to refresh this. Oh, God. What did I just do? Here we go. Yeah. I was like, why is the watermark not showing? I didn't refresh. Okay. Are we still looking good? Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. So, parties present: Brian, Sarah, and Joshua Martell, who is Brian's attorney. No court reporter, no court deputy, held via Zoom. Everybody was there via Zoom. So, they've corrected her mailing address in Ocala. Court recessed at 9:52. Oh wait, did I skip it? I saw something about a case management. Court ruling. Pre-trial set for Thursday, May 29th, 2025 for 45 minutes via WebEx video. Parties are to update mandatory disclosures within 30 days, the court to issue order. So when we get the order, we'll get more details. But based on this, it sounds like they did not have oral arguments for, how do I get myself back up here? It sounds like they did not have oral arguments, or neither did she hear the motions. I'm sure the judge has read those motions though. And Sarah, she sounds a little unhinged in all of them actually. But you can see her like working her way back. I think she would have been in a better place if she would have, maybe if she had started where she ended, right? I don't know why this is. Oh, I don't even have the green screen up, and oh, I see. Give me one second. Let me just, it's bunched up here. Okay, it's gonna drive me crazy. There we go. Hi, Judge Kranig. I haven't added Miss Jackson. I'm gonna do that this afternoon. I'm home today. I will be doing more of the reading. We've got the 11 o'clock Donna's long ride to Tallahassee. Members saw it last night without commentary, so this one is with commentary. I don't know. A lot of you guys have said 14, he should be able to decide. I have a feeling that the judge is going to want to talk to him, and possibly because Sarah is alleging parental alienation, maybe they'll assign a guardian ad litem to him, right? So it's his attorney for his best interest. We've seen that. Well, I have, at least. Some of us true crime folks have seen that, where the guardian speaks for the child, right? And then if he needs to see a therapist, like the guardian kind of is a neutral party, so that the son doesn't have to feel like, oh, my mom is pulling me this way and my dad is pulling me this way. Or possibly, if you guys watch Judge Manning. I highly recommend her family court cases and her TPO cases. She's out of Atlanta. That judge, when she says in the best interest of the child, she truly means it. I've seen in her court where the mom has been arrested on the Zoom call for abusing the child. Like, she does not mess around. And she had been accusing the boyfriend, it was like a basketball player. She was like one of many baby mamas, accusing him of abuse. And you could tell she was coaching the child. She went right out in handcuffs, kicking and screaming, right? I don't even know who turned off her Zoom because it was, maybe we'll do a reaction on that, or maybe we'll do a members only. I don't want to go too far down a rabbit hole for with the kids, but yeah, it was it seems like this was quick. She had a full calendar. There's a little snippet. I'll post it on members. It's not like a full video of when I got in and then they were looking for someone else. I put my name on there, my first name, first initial, last name, because if I'm not supposed to be in there, they could just tell me. I don't want to be sneaky, you know what I mean? Or pretend to be somebody else. So if I'm not supposed to be there, I'm not supposed to be there. But yeah, family court is civil court. Well, I mean, I guess, oh yeah, you love Judge Manning. Me too. I guess it's civil in regard to it not being criminal, but it's not like a civil, like her property issue is not related now. Had that been premarital and they were trying to divvy up property, that would be something different. But this is post, and it was, he had no obligation to do anything with her car or her things in storage. I think he went above and beyond initially because he was probably in shock, right? Like, he saw her all that day, the day after they George was declared dead. She spent the night at the house that night with Brian and son, although under questioning she says she only spent the night with her son. So I don't know if she meant like specifically in the bed with him or that Brian went to a hotel that night and it was just the two of them. It's just, she's pedantic and trying to like decode her, what the hell she means is always anybody's guess. I am not a Sarah whisperer, nor do I wish to be. But yeah, so she got arrested. She left. She thought she was coming back. She had a fresh pack of cigarettes that we heard about. She had medication in the car. So she probably called and guilted Brian, like, come get my car and whatever. Then the landlord sued her for eviction, not for failure to pay, but for being accused of murder. And so he probably just was like reacting in that moment, and he, think of a frog in boiling water. You guys know that analogy? Like, if you put a frog in a pot of water and then you turn the heat up, they will not jump out because the heat is rising and they don't recognize it, right? Versus if you put a frog in a pot of water that's already boiling, they're going to jump out. Brian is the frog in that boiling, in the water that's starting to boil while he's in there. He's slowly coming out of that. So I think a lot of it was just reaction to Sarah, right? Sarah's got a mess. I've got to go fix it. I think he was Mr. Fix It, Captain Save a Ho, whatever you want to call it, from the very beginning, because she guilted him with, she does it to everybody, that it's sort of like guilt/love bombing. Feel sorry for me. Like, oh, my dad died when I was in high school. I had to get a job. Those things sound sad. They kind of draw you in. But if we look at the facts, her dad died a month before her 18th birthday, right? So if she had to get a job at 18, I don't feel sorry for her. I've been working since I was 8 years old. I sold grit. You can ask my mom. Then in 6th grade, I got a paper route. Me and my brother had a paper route. We turned all of our money over to the household, right? So I don't know how old you are in 6th grade. What is that, like? Maybe not even 12, maybe 10. So her having to get a job at 18, I don't feel sorry for her. Of course, I'm sad that her dad died. But ma'am, it's not like you were 6 and your dad died. Like, that's different. Do you know? I'm going to minimize the death of her father. I'm just relaying how all of her stories are manipulative to make herself the victim, to make you feel sorry for her, to pull in. It's a natural human reaction. Like, if you stub your toe, I'm going to be like, oh my God, are you okay? Because that's in front of me. And obviously it could be painful. So I'm getting excited. Let me calm down. So if it is, I just feel like she kind of laid it on thick with Brian, and it's part of her memory because when she was on the stand and Owens was asking her, "Do you remember when you got married?" She starts going on, and Mr. J objects and says like non-responsive. And so because she already said yes, she remembered, and then she went into this story about after her mom died or some other, you guys remember you saw the child, but yeah, so I just think he's not an innocent in this, but he is one of her victims, and so I'm glad that he's standing up for himself. Um, I think it's overly burdensome for her to expect him to be running around, taking care of the child, getting him to school, all the things that he has to do, doctor's appointments, all by himself, right? While he was still in Winter Park before he moved, and be taking care of her shite. I mean, we all saw the apartment. Was anything in there worth anything? The um the rug, the filthy little rug, looked like it was from Pier 1. Do they still have Pier 1? Um I'll have to go back and look at that body cam footage of inside the crime scene. It didn't look like anything in there was expensive, worthy of storing for 5, 6 years. And if there were heirlooms, she should want Brian and her son to have them, right? Like she talked about the Christmas bulbs and all that. I'm a year older than you, Tanika, and my childhood was far from easy. It was seriously dysfunctional. Thank God for therapy. It is oh, cool for you, Anna Fernandez. I am not a forensic psychologist, but I've got a lot of therapy. Therapy is a good thing. And I hold no ill will against the adults in my life that were raising me when I was a child. Like I believe they did the best that they could with what they had. Was it perfect? No. Does therapy help? Absolutely. I mean, I think that's part of my fascination with Sarah. I could have been her. Do you know what I mean? I could have been, maybe I was one drink away. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna pop over to the Adelson. The premiere is starting if you guys want to go over there, but I do want to answer some questions here really fast, and then I'll catch you guys over in the premiere that night after George had been killed. A Sarah-ism. Okay, that's what I was thinking too. But you remember when, because Owens asked her, like, so, and did you spend the night with your husband and son? With my son, yes. And I was like, well, what happened to Brian? But yeah, maybe it's a Sarah-ism. Like we were implying she was in the bed with the husband. Um, It's going to trial. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a mediation. Like, she already didn't respond to mediation before, now she's pretending like she's interested. But I think Brian at this point is like, "F off," you know? She's been so crazy. He has the text messages. She's been so rude to him. Why would he wanna mediate with her now? Maybe because the internet shamed her this weekend, she's thinking mediation sounds reasonable instead of, oh, I can't make an appointment because I have cancer. But she's still going on about her diabetes. Like the jail or the prison is responsible for that, ma'am. You understand, Brian is not responsible for your health or well-being. Um, I got my first job at 14 and a half and had to have a signed letter from my mom to make it legal. Oh my goodness. Bless you. Bless you. Yes, I started my first official like W-2 job at McDonald's on my 16th birthday. Um, I had interviewed and everything else before so that I could start on that day. My mom got me a car and I had to pay insurance on it. So, I mean, rightfully so. I probably should have had to pay car payments. But like we were much more stable at that point in life. Like my mom worked for Pac Bell. I think she was in a union. I don't know. She was married to my stepdad, my bonus dad, and our lives were like more even keel. But growing up, I mean, my mom had me as a teenager. It was going to be a struggle no matter what. My dad was married to somebody else, So it was, I feel like it gives me my strong constitution and it makes me highly productive. So I took it on the chin and kept it moving. Okay. I want to go have a beer to find myself and people watch on the patio from the steps. Ma'am, getting tossed out and begging for cigarettes from the steps is not a pro-social activity. It sure is not. Um, oh no, Pier 1 was gone by the pandemic, but she got arrested before the pandemic. Remember? It was like she got arrested February 25th, 2020. Um, Talking about her legal case is not alienation or slander. Plus, this kid is old enough to use the internet on his own and is not a parrot. He probably speaks his own anger. Yeah. So I don't know what he said. She's alleging alienation, and that's why I'm saying they'll probably. Oh, Icarus. I like that. Don't get too close to the sun. Um, I think a guardian ad litem can help sift through that. Like, she's implying that Brian is putting words in his mouth. She's also said that Brian has called her names in front of the child. But how does she know? Like, I walk around with my phone, or if you have your earbuds in or whatever, you don't know who, like, 1 minute Sugar Bear could be in the room, the next minute I could be in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? And he's still like in his own bedroom or whatever. So she's like insinuating that it's happening, but unless they're like on a well, no, Brian doesn't even answer the tablets. But I know like Wade Wilson and who is that? Murdaugh, you can see them on the tablet. So unless that's there and she sees both of them, or it's happened on a video visit, like she can pound sand. Yeah, that rug was disgusting. I wouldn't have even put it in storage. Like I would have dragged it out to the dumpster. No way I'm paying somebody to move that thing. Ugh. And I think it was probably, like, to be fair, because it was by the back patio, right? And they were coming in. Well, it's actually between the front door and the back patio. So they probably were just trekking in, whatever dust and dirt. And honestly, Sarah gives me barefoot girl vibes. I mean, like, yeah. Anyway, okay. I was married to an addict. If she had anything worth any money, it was probably pawned. Probably. I mean, look, she was looking for George's wedding ring on the day after he was declared dead. The thirst is real. All jail calls are on a hard drive. All tablet texts are available. No, he said, she said here. Perfect. So the calls, then they'll definitely, I mean, they have presumably already the if I have them, I'm sure his attorney has them. Do you know? Like they got them from the state, or they could subpoena new ones. Although I don't know if we would see the subpoenas from Brian's attorney. Maybe we only see Sarah's because I'm breaking out. Sorry guys, it's the hormones. Maybe let me back up. Maybe we only see, like in the other case, Sarah's because it went through the JAC. I don't know, but either way, I didn't need a subpoena. I sent a note over to the state attorney's office and asked for those text messages. They told me how much it would be, and that was that. So maybe they don't even like charge Brian and those guys. Hey, Bama Green Eyes. Good morning, Florida PI Sam. I need to connect you with Amy, the Pair Women. What is it? Pair Women Radio that I did the chat with. She wants to connect with you, so I'll send you her info. She's also in Florida, and she does a live every Friday. Oh, welcome, Neil. Boone v. Boone. Okay, let's get over to our Donna, the long ride to Tallahassee, because let me tell you, they were ready for her. She wasn't ready. All right, I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for hanging out. Toodles.